Hi, it's Sarah Jane, and welcome back to day 2 of 7 days to access your true nature and have the body, the life, and the business that you know that you want to. So, yesterday I asked you to go out and get a beautiful journal and start to write down what your ideal vision or target is on your ideal day in the present tense. So I trust by now you've done your play work and you're ready to get going with today's process, which really is about looking into being the question of your life, your living, and your body. So if you've noticed, the question always expands you out into infinite possibilities and choice to change whatever it is that's limiting you. So just for today, I'd like you to turn to the next page in your journal and split your column into 2 parts, or take 2 pages and put today's date on it. And then what I want you to do is, in the one column, I want you to write out all the things that are currently coming up to you as a handicap or a place where you're feeling limited or stuck in your life, the way that you feel about your body, any judgments or conclusions that you have about what you should be doing and you're not doing in your business. Just anything that comes up in your mind as to places where you really think that you can't get past them. It may be helpful for you to go back to a past experience or a time in your life where things really were generative and you were creating things and they were showing up as if by magic, and there was just a sense of ease and lightness to what you were creating. So go back and take a moment to look at some of the aspects of what the energy of that was. Remember, it's never going to be the action. It's always going to be the lightness of being in that space of whatever it was that you were creating that gave you that sense of space and freedom and joy. Hey, I'd like you to write in your journal everything you see is right about your life, your body, or your business. And when you've done that, I want you to then write down all the places you're stuck in the wrongness of your body or your life, all the can'ts, the buts, the onlys and the stills, any judgments that come up, any place you're concluding. One of the awarenesses that I had when I was on my journey was when I started to look at a period of time when things were really going right for me. I realized that I was saying yes to everything. I'd taken myself completely out of the impossibility or excuses of why it couldn't work for me, exactly how I was asking for it to show up. So everywhere where you have decided or concluded that things just are not possible to get you out of whatever it is that's showing up in your life into more space and freedom of what you know is possible, I'd like you to just write down anything that comes to you right now in regards to what is stopping or limiting you with your life, with your business, or your body. So with each of the columns that you have, all the positive and the negative judgments of where you've defined yourself as limited, or when you thought that the world was your oyster, so both sides of the coin, I want you to now take each one of those statements or sentences that you've written down and turn it into a generative question. So, for example, if you've said, I can't lose weight because I can't go to the gym and exercise for a week, ask yourself, what would it take for me to go for a walk? Or ask my body what would be a contribution for it to lose the extra weight. And ask yourself, what else is possible that would be generative to your body in regards to losing the weight that you no longer require your body to carry. And just carry on with all the sentences and judgments and conclusions that you've come to, and just turn every one of those into a generative question. What else is possible? What are you missing here? What if you knew what it is, you could change it? And just be willing for the information to come to you. It never looks like it's going to look, and it never shows up the way that you think, but the awareness will come to you. And just remember, question is always the space where you get to expand out beyond the conclusions and the limitations into, I wonder what else is possible here that I haven't yet considered. And an answer will always lock you down and limit you. So everywhere you've defined your life by the conclusions and judgments of other people's realities, would you be willing to just let go of all of that for today and just step into questions, generative questions that can really just start to expand you out and give you the space to generate and create a phenomenal life, living, body, or business. And just see what comes up for you. It doesn't have to be today, but maybe later on, go back to your list and have a look at those questions and pick the one that is near impossible, that you think that you still cannot change, even though you have asked for it to be a question rather than a conclusion. And I want you to just repeat that question over and over and over again. If you have more than one, that's great. Just say them all a few times. And what if you could just ask for the energy, space, and consciousness that you and your body could be that would allow this energy of whatever it is that you've written down there to change with total ease for you right now. And just be aware of how the energy shifts and changes. If you have any comments on how being in the question has changed the energy and the space that you're in right now, please drop me a line or put it in the comments below. And I look forward to coming back and sharing more tips and tools with you on day 3. So have fun being in the question. And what else is possible that you haven't even imagined is possible for you to have the freedom and the life, the living, the body, and the business that you know is possible. Take care. Happy journaling.